Hey everyone, it's Rita with Everything Homemade, and it is an absolutely beautiful fall day. I mean, this is the beginning of October and the weather is just unbelievably warm. So I figured tonight would be a great night to do some raspberry maintenance. Now I have two types of raspberries and I love them both equally. But the difference is that I have a few rows, and you can see them behind me, that are called fall raspberries, and we are actually harvesting raspberries right into October. So they really start producing in September and then drag on until the snow flies. So it's really cool to have raspberries so late in the season. And then I have raspberries that are more typical to your July, like mid-July, beginning of August, when that harvest happens. So when we are harvesting them, the fall raspberries are still growing. The other cool thing about fall raspberries is that you actually harvest on first year cane. So when you clean them up in the fall, you actually cut the whole plant, like all the plants down right to the ground. While the other raspberries, you only take the second year away because they produce the raspberries on the second year cane and then they die out. But you got to keep that first year cane alive, so you want to do a little bit of trimming. So today what I'm going to show you is how to trim up those raspberries. Not the fall ones yet, because they're still producing, and you have seen them just in the previous clip how beautiful. I mean, we're going to be picking those tonight as well, but I'm going to focus more on the maintenance of those summer raspberries where you really want to get that second year out. Right now it's just so much easier to do in the fall. In another video I'll show you how to do those fall raspberries, so look forward to that video coming up. But we're still enjoying those beautiful raspberries that we're harvesting to eat right now. There's only a couple things that you need to clean up your raspberries, and one is a good pair of gloves. Now my skin is really sensitive, you guys, to anything that touches it, so I get, you know, rashes. I touch beans and I mean I break out, I get rashes. Raspberries with the thorns, I mean, they do a number. But right now it is so beautiful outside, you can see the sun hitting me. I don't want to wear a coat. I don't want to have to like bundle right up in order to go into my raspberry patch because it is so warm out here. So I do have a good pair of gloves that will protect me from the thorns to a certain degree. I do have a cool product called Farmer's Defense sleeves. Now these sleeves are pretty cool. They're really lightweight. They're kind of slippery, like they're really smooth. And this actually helps because when I go into the raspberry patch, the thorns and everything just kind of brush off. They also protect my arms right up to here, so I can go into my raspberry patch without having to wear layers of clothing. And they keep you cool as well. They're really breathable, plus they have UV protection. And the other cool thing is that they actually take recyclable plastic to make these. So how cool is that? And so I'm just gonna put down my gloves here for a moment, and I'm just gonna put on my sleeves and show you. So they go on really, really nice. They hug your arms, they're not sloppy, and they stay up really, really nice, like that. So this is what I'm going to be using on such a beautiful day, so I can get the sun to hit my face as well. I mean, to have the sun like this in October is just absolutely wonderful. Okay, so there you guys go. So I got my arm protection on so I can definitely work with those raspberries. If you're interested in these wonderful Farmers Defense sleeves, definitely check out the link in the description box below. And you need something obviously to cut the raspberries with. So I'm going to be using this tool here. So let's head into the raspberry patch and cut those second year canes, and I'll show you exactly how you can differentiate between the first year and the second year. So let's take a look at these 2 rows that I already did. Now I have taken all the second year canes off of these rows, and you can see how clean it is in between. You can also see how the top here is just kind of soaking up the sun. We're going to leave these 2 rows just as is, but what's going to happen is all of these canes that I am leaving are going to produce the raspberries for next year. And then the new shoots are going to come up here, which are going to grow and grow just like these and produce the following year. So you can see how clean my raspberry patch looks, and this is what I want it to look like. Now going through this row, we can see that I have left this last row to do, and you can see how crowded it definitely is. So we're going to attack this row, and I'm just going to kind of take a peeky look over here. What you're looking for at this time is the coloration. Now you can see here that the ones that I'm touching are kind of purple stemmed right here on my variety, and you can obviously see really nice leaves still. Now the older ones are going to have more crisp look to it, so such as this one here. It's a little more of a purple side, but the stems are drier. You can see that. Plus if I pull it out some, there's no leaves left on it. It is dead right here, and this is what we want to cut out. So that's what I'm looking at. If you don't know if you got a second year cane or this year's cane, just kind of look above, follow it up. But if you get really good at it, you can kind of just pull them out really easily. This one here is dry. You can kind of see that. So we're going to trim that up, and we're just going to take a lot of these stalks out, and then we're going to actually put them in the fireplace and burn them. So we're going to thin all this out, and we're going to cut right here at the base. So right here is where we're going to cut. And so this is first year, this is first year, this one here, but this one right here is not, and we're going to trim that up. So you can see we're going to trim this one and that one, and once you get really looking, you can really see which is the first or second year canes. So let's do some trimming and watch how I'm going to do this. Oh, I just poked myself in the face. Hey, Ocean?
Yeah.
So this raspberry here, it didn't quite make it up to our top wire, so I'm actually going to trim it because I want all my first year to be holding up here so they don't fall down. So this one's going to go. So I'm also going to do a little bit of thinning as well. I might be trimming, but we gotta take a raspberry break for a moment. Look at these raspberries. Look at them. Oh, look at that. Okay, so good. Look at these. These are fall raspberries. Like, can you believe it? Oh, wait. Guess what? We gotta get back to some work. Okay, just roll to the other side, follow me. Okay, what else here? Almost, eh? Okay, so take a look here. Look at that. So we have totally cleaned this up. And you saw me on the other side. I actually put some of the really tall raspberries, I snuck them underneath this wire support because they were tall enough. And because they're still first year, they got some flexibility. So if I don't have to cut them, I won't. But if they're too short, they're not gonna actually grow any taller now. They're just gonna fall over. So I really wanna sneak them into this support as much as I can. So I'm gonna continue all the way down this row and I'm gonna make it look beautiful like this. This has actually got lots of this year's growth right in this section. You can see here there isn't so much, but there's gonna be a whole bunch next year. And I'm just gonna continue going and I'm gonna show you how that looks when I'm all done. So give me about a half an hour of hard work and it'll look beautiful once again. So let's just take a look at the finished product. Look how clean it is. And I can easily walk through my row once again. And all you have here is now this year's growth, none of last year's growth. And that's exactly what I would like. My 3 long rows are now complete with the summer raspberries. So the next video, I'm going to be tackling these guys over here. Or if we go right through, the ones that are in fruit right now, the fall raspberries. But for now, these canes are finished. So now that job is done for the fall. And once again, definitely check out the link in the description box below if you're interested in Farmers Defense sleeves. They come in lots of different patterns. I mean, they got basically every color. They've got tons of patterns to choose from. I absolutely love them. I mean, especially during the summer when I am trying to pick my zucchinis, pumpkin, squash, even beans, peas, anything where my arms are rubbing against plants that causes rashes or scratches. These are absolutely awesome because once again, I don't have to dress up. I can wear a nice light shirt, put on these sleeves that breathe so much, UV protection. I mean, they're just great. So definitely check them out in the description box below. Also, you can head to our website at everything-homemade.com. I have my Everything Stevia cookbook there that you can purchase. I'm also writing the Everything Sourdough cookbook coming out in 2024. You can also check out the garden seeds. All my favorite garden seeds are on there that you can purchase as well. And some free ebooks you can definitely take a look with starter cultures. So if you're interested, go to everything-homemade.com. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you on the next video.